Hey guys. Sorry, I am screwing you guys in at the moment. I hope everybody is doing good tonight. Still trying to get everything set up. Let me know if you guys are here and if you guys can hear me or not. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Victorian. Hey, Amy. Hey, Chicken Hawk. Hey, Melissa and Amy and Kim and Colin. Glad to see you guys are all in here tonight. Give me 1 second. I am plugging stuff in still. Come on, you asshole. Get in the hole. There we go. Sorry, I'm still trying to plug in my computer. I did not want to get in the hole. Trying to bring this up too so I can see your guys' chats a little bit easier. But yeah, I got some stuff I want to talk about with you guys tonight. Oh, nice to see you in Largo. That's not too far away from me. If you guys have followed me on Twitter or Instagram, you guys probably know a little bit of what's going on. Thank you. I love my hair too. But yeah, you guys probably know a little bit of what's going on. We had a great loss in our family this past week. This past Tuesday night, my niece was killed. I have been trying to wrap my head around it all, but right now it has been just so rough. Because she was just so young and it should have never ever happened in the first place. She was on her way home from her mom's house, and she was on her Vespa, and she loved her Vespa. She was so proud of it. She just got it earlier this year too, or actually at the end of last year. But she was on her way home, and this asshole who was drunk as hell decided to run her over. From what we were told by the eyewitnesses is he didn't even slow down. Instead, he sped up when he saw her and ran her over like a bug, pretty much. They tried everything that they could to save her, but it was a code black that came through on the dispatch. So, to make matters even worse, is instead of just taking her to the morgue right there in that town, they took her over to the next city over, which was over 45 minutes away. We had to fight, the family actually had to fight to figure out where the hell she was taken at. None of us have even seen her yet. They're doing autopsies on her. I believe they did the autopsy on her today. And so now we are just trying to get everything ready for the funeral to go and everything. But it has been so difficult. And the worst part is I'm over 20 hours away right now. And I've been trying everything I can to get up there to be with my family. But airline tickets are way too expensive to go up there right now. And they told me straight out that they do not want me driving at all. Because it is so far, they don't want to lose me too, or have something bad happen, which I completely understand. That they do not want me driving. Oh, come on, shut up. Sorry, I just got my own live stream turned on, and my voice is still there. It's just not supposed to be there. There we go. So yeah, it has been a rough couple of weeks. A lot has happened with this whole entire funeral and everything. It happened just outside of Kansas City. Um, but yeah, so pretty much what's going on right now is she is still in a morgue. We're waiting for them to finally release her body to us. They know who the drunk driver is that did it, but they haven't done anything about it yet. They want to wait until the investigation is fully over. As they put it, if they go after him now for drunk driving, it will be double jeopardy because they can't go after him for the charges that they want to go after him for, which is murder charges. Because he straight up freaking murdered my niece. I'm sorry, guys. This is why I haven't been on social media much or done much of anything this past week. Because I am just a mess. I'm trying to compose myself. But yeah. Now the family hasn't even gotten to see her yet. They haven't went after the drunk driver yet because they want to finish up the investigation because they are going to go after him for murder charges. Because he straight ran her over. She had just turned 24. She had 2 babies who are now going to have to be growing up without their mom. Which that just kills me because they're so young that I'm praying to God that they'd actually understand and will remember her because they are so young. I know Gabby will. But it's completely heartbreaking right now. I just saw her a month ago when I was up there last. She was the last one who I saw before I came back down to Florida. And I will always remember those last words I said to her. And I've told her that I loved her. And to be careful on that damn thing because I did not want to get that phone call. A month later, I got that phone call. 2:30 in the morning. I knew it wasn't so good when you're getting a call at 2:30 in the morning. It wasn't her fault at all. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She was just driving down the road on her way home to her kids from her mom's house, doing 35 miles per hour, when this guy decided to run her over. And the cops said that he was doing at least 75, if not faster, by the time that they hit her. He didn't even stop. He didn't do anything. He just kept going. Her mom is not doing good at all. And yes, there was lots of eyewitnesses, and I am so thankful, and I've reached out to a few of them, and I have personally thanked them for actually stopping and trying to help her. Because in these days and time, a lot of people won't even try to do that. They will sit there and get on their phones and start recording instead of. And he was driving a big, huge lifted truck is all that they will tell us. They will not tell us all the information. We just know that it was a big, huge truck that was lifted. And that's it. So I have reached out and I have thanked a lot of the eyewitnesses that I could get a hold of. And I told them, thank you for trying everything that they could to help her. I'm so mad at the cops because they have not really been any help to us whatsoever. I mean, we had to call around and go through all the morgues in the whole entire city just to find out where she was at. Because they didn't even tell us. And then on top of that, we got some other family things that are going on her boyfriend's side of the family that are just ticking us all off because They weren't married. They'd been together, but they were living together, but they were not married. And his family is now trying to come in and trying to take over everything, which is just infuriating because she wasn't their family. Not at all. And so we're having a fight with that one. And then we're trying to sit there and comfort her kids who keep asking, "Where's mommy? Why is mommy not coming home?" And what can you really say to two little toddlers? Mommy's with the angels? Mommy's watching down over you now. Mommy can't come home? I have been so against drinking and driving for the past 13 years since this happened to Bobby, who was also 24. And I have had to go through that for the past 13 years with a child and everything, trying to explain it all. And now we have to do it again. It's like, hasn't my family suffered enough by stupid drunk drivers? I mean, it's one thing to put your own life into your own hands, but when you're sitting there playing God with everybody else that's around you for absolutely no reason, I have an issue with that. And I hate drunk drivers with a passion because all they are selfish pieces of shit who only care about themselves and they don't give a crap about anybody else. And I hope that you're watching this, you piece of shit, because you killed my niece. You killed my baby niece. I hope you fry for that. I mean, you couldn't even be man enough to even stop to help her. That's what makes me so mad, is you couldn't even stop to even help her after you hurt her. You should have looked in her eyes, and you should have had that last thought that you will have for the rest of your life, is what you did to her, what you did to our family. She was the glue in so many ways. She was such a good-hearted person. She was such a good-hearted person. I mean, not only was she taking care of her own two kids, but then she was also taking care of her stepsister's son that she had too. Because her stepsister lost complete custody of that little boy. So Elizabeth wasn't even just taking care of her kids, she was taking care of that little one too. I mean, that shows how big of a heart that she has, you know? All I wanted to was just hold her again. I just want to tell her I love her one last time. And I know, being a paranormal investigator, I know that I can still talk to her. I know that she's still here with us and everything, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. But our whole entire family is a complete mess right now. Nobody is holding on very well right now. And instead of editing a video for you guys, which I know I need to do, I've actually been working on a video for her so that we can all remember her by. I'm so sorry, you guys, for seeing me like this, because this is not something I usually like. And I try never ever to cry, because it's just not, it's not what I ever try to put out there. But you guys needed to know what was going on. And you guys needed to know why I kind of just went into hiatus, I guess you could say. And why I just kind of fell off this past week off of everything. Off of all social media, off of my YouTube, off of all of it. It's just because I can't even focus right now. This was the last thing that any of us thought that we were ever going to hear. And it just kills me. And my last words to her was, be safe on that thing. I'm not worried about you, I'm worried about the other drivers. I know that this is all going to work out in the end. And I know that God had a plan. And I know that it was His will. And everybody has the time that comes up. But this is not fair. This is just not fair. I have been debating on if I even wanted to make this video or not. And if I even wanted to get out there and really talk about it all. But I knew I needed to. Because if anything good could come out of this huge loss, I really hope that some good does come out of it. I pray to God that this at least opens one person's eyes about drinking and driving, and that they will never do it. Or stop somebody that does. Because it's not fair. It's not fair to what you're doing to everybody else around you. If you want to go take your own life, that's on you. But you don't need to be taking anybody else's. You don't need to destroy a family. You don't need to leave kids without their mom. You don't need to take somebody's whole entire life and head away from them over something so selfish. And anybody that gets behind that wheel while you're drunk, I will say this again, you're a piece of shit. Because you are a selfish asshole who doesn't think about anybody else. Because it's not fair. And it's not fair that in 13 years I've had to lay down 2. Why? Because of the same thing. Stupid fucking drunk drivers. And I'm sorry for using the F word, but that's what it is. Stupid fucking drunk drivers. I have so many emotions going through me right now. I have so much pain, and so much anger, and so much hate. Because to be honest with you, All I want to do is I want to run him over with my truck. I want him to feel what we are feeling. I want him to feel the same things that she felt in their last moments. Because that's what you did, is you stole her from us. Such a beautiful, sweet soul through their whole life. And now we're being forced to lay her to rest. I have been trying so hard to be strong for everybody in my family, because I'm usually the rock. But just watching how everybody's crumbling is just killing me, and it's killing me that I will never see her again. It completely just sucks. Thank you, Silver Fox. You didn't need to do that, honey. But thank you. I know that when we make it through this, we've had to it before. But it never gets any easier. And it never will get any easier. You know how people sit there and tell you that time heals all wounds? It's not the case. You just learn how to deal with the pain. But the pain never goes away. It's always there with you. I'm just praying to God that we can band together as a family and take care of those little girls and make sure that they will always remember their mama and always remember how much that they loved her and how much she loved them. And our kids are not taking this too well. They're so little. They're both under the age of 5. But they're not taking it well at all, because they just don't understand what's really going on. The way they look at it is they're trying to figure out where their mom is and why hasn't she came home. Because it happened so late at that night that they were in bed when she left. And she was gone by the time that they woke up. So they've been asking for Mommy a lot. And where's Mommy? Why isn't Mommy coming home? And everybody's been trying to explain to them, death. They're so little that they don't really even understand what death is. All they know is that their mom's gone. And she's never coming back. And they've been staying with their aunt, my niece Kimmy. They've been staying with her. Which she has been like their second mom since they were born. She's even their godmother. So I'm glad that they're with her. And I'm glad that she's doing everything that she can to try to get them to go through this. I was actually on the phone with Kimmy before I even started this live stream. And she was just in tears talking about how she was having to go through all of Elizabeth's things. and trying to set up the funeral and stuff. And trying to take care of those kids at the same time. So it's not been easy, it's been really hard. And my main focus has been trying to make sure that my family's okay. And that nobody does anything stupid. I'm making this video for them. Because if it's one thing I could do, is to make sure that those kids always see their mom and hear her. And at least have something that they can remember her by. And it happened Tuesday night at 11:30 p.m. I got the call at 2:30 a.m. And it's Friday and none of us have still seen her. And that just kills me right there, is that none of us have even seen her. We've just been getting the runaround on it all. Still cannot understand why they took her all the way to a different city and just dropped her off in the morgue. We refused to even tell us what was going on. It's just been like, what the hell is going on with you people? So it's just been like one disaster after another when it comes to this, because it's just like we're already going through one of the worst things that you could ever possibly think of, you know? But why do you have to make it even harder on us? We all need to say goodbye to her. Which is nothing that any of us want to do. And it's so unfair because none of us ever should be able to like say that. None of this is fair. But if it's the last thing I do, I will be going up home. And I will do everything I have to. I just know that if I drive, I'm gonna get yelled at so bad. And at the same time, I really don't even give a shit if I get yelled at. Because I need to be there. I need to wrap my arms around my family and tell them how much I love them. Because this is just sucks. And the worst part is it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. My youngest turns 12 tomorrow. She just turned 24. Elizabeth just turned 24. But you know, when we're supposed to be celebrating, we're actually having to do something so awful. God, I still remember her as that skinny little 16-year-old kid, acting like she knew everything. She was a big badass. I had so much fun with her. But I'm gonna get off here for you guys now. No, Randy, to answer your question, I'm not. I don't think any of us are right now. I love you guys too. Thank you for all of your support and all your love, because we really need it right now. But yeah, I gotta get this video done and make sure it's completely done by the time the funeral's ready. And I gotta start packing because I'm gonna be taking a flight out this weekend. Because I need my family. And yeah, it always does seem like the young go too early. But I love you guys all. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Silver Fox. You really didn't have to do that. But I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Peace.